Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson and David Benfield. This is First Coast Living.
Hello and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I'm David Benfield. Thank you for starting your week with us. Happy Monday,
yes,
everybody.
Happy Monday. How was your weekend?
It was really pretty cool. Yo, we went to Bella Vista Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
For dinner. How was it? I mean, that's a dumb question. How was it? Of course it was delicious.
Giovanni, thank you so very much for the hospitality. We do really appreciate that. And the Gabagool was there. He was doing his thing.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. And Jordan is like, do they really call him that? I was like, yeah.
You mean Lena said that?
Yeah.
Because I knew that.
Yeah, sorry. So my bad. It is Monday. Sorry. So Lena was like, dude, they really call him that. And I'm like, yeah, they really do.
They gave him that nickname.
Yeah, they really do call him that.
Cute.
And so they were cool. He came over, and then at the end of it, we were taking like a limoncello shots. It was really pretty cool. And Lena was like, I don't really like limoncello. And I'm like, well,
we'll take it.
So she takes it, and she's like, oh man, I think I actually like limoncello.
Because they use the real stuff.
That's what I was telling her.
They get it sent over.
It's so different. It's very cool. It was an amazing deal. How about you? What'd you do?
It was good. And I remember when you asked me if I had any plans, we literally just laid around. Like Saturday did get massages, which was nice. But other than that, because of the weather too, we just kind of laid around, like literally just watched TV, laid around.
That
it
sounds
was
great.
kind of nice. Like yesterday we went out in the sun a little bit, but it was Saturday was just chilling.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
Every now and again, we definitely need that.
Yeah, so
cool.
I needed it this weekend.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to get started.
Let's do it.
Today we're gonna be living in the kitchen, talking about the Jack's Vegan Chef Challenge. Hey guys, we got the folks from Josephine here as well. And it's going to be delicious.
It's going to be great. Plus, we're going to sit down with the people of Happy Acres Ranch to talk about their new ownership. That place is so nostalgic for me. I used to go there when I was a little kid. I learned how to ride a horse there. It was awesome.
Aww. But first, it's time for Say What? And we want to wish everyone a happy first day of school for Duval and St. Johns counties. We know Georgia County schools, a lot of them already went back. But
that's right.
I can't believe it's already here. I will say this morning though, the traffic wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting just like a horror show on the highway today. And then when I was driving, I was like, I even called Lena. I was like, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's really not that bad today.
It was not that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like wondering if it's just the first day.
Who skipped?
Yeah,
how many of you skipped school today?
I don't know. But we wanted to do a little rapid fire question for each other.
Okay, okay.
Back to school edition, if you will. So, David, your favorite subject as a kid?
Geography.
Okay, mine was science.
Okay,
All right, next. What you have a question for me now?
Okay, so funniest back to school story.
Oh gosh. That one I have no idea. Back to school story.
Back to
funny
school
one?
story. I don't really have a funny one. I don't really have any back. They were all just kind of regular, right?
I mean, how long ago was this for us?
Yeah, and I'm also, I'm in my mid-40s. I don't remember most of it.
Yeah, I did.
Woo!
I have a story that I don't want to tell, actually.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, it's like gross, though. It's like a bug or it's bug involved.
She's got boogers in her nose.
Oh, no. No, I thought there was a dry leaf in my shoe all day. It was not a dry leaf. When I undid my shoe. See, I wasn't going to tell you, but you...
It was
definitely.
It was a roach.
It was a bug.
No, gross. Okay.
All day just messing with my toe, and my sock had no idea. I thought I had a dry leaf in my shoe. That's the worst story for me, like that, because that gave me so much.
That's like reminds me of the roach running across the reporter.
Yeah, no, that freaked me out when I realized. I'm like, oh my God, the whole time I'm messing with this cockroach, and I thought it was a leaf.
You're playing footsie with a cockroach all day.
I'm sorry, cockroach. But that's so gross. Check your shoes.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you do a senior prank?
No, because I did not go my senior year. I graduated a year early, so I didn't have senior year or any of that stuff.
Oh, that's kind of sad though.
No, it's not.
I don't remember our prank though. I don't think we.
No, it was so not sad. I was so happy to not have to do any of that. Nope, no school dances, none of that kind of stuff. I was like. Get me out, let's go.
I did all the dances. I loved all that stuff.
I was too punk rock.
But it worked out for all of us. It worked out for all of us.
It did.
Look at us now, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Ma. All right, well, I think it's time for me to head to the kitchen.
Go on.
All right, so I'm going over this way because we're living in the kitchen with Zach Priest of Josephine, Dr. Danielle Stokes of UNF, and Raquel Little of the Jack's Vegan Chef Challenge. Great to see you guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, we're going to get into this challenge in just a second, but Chef, tell me what you're making for us.
All right, so we've got a chickpea bolognese today. So I've just dropped a portion of the spaghetti we make in-house at Josephine. And then here is our chickpea bolognese. So it's a classic mirepoix of onions, carrots, and celery.
Okay.
And then we roast chickpeas or garbanzo beans and portobello mushrooms in the oven to try and like dry them out and get that sort of meat texture to them. so they sort of hold up. And then we're going to let this down with a little bit of our San Marzano sauce. So we cook this for like 5 or 6 hours.
Oh my gosh,
really reduce it down. And then a little bit of the liquid from the garbanzo beans. Just it sort of acts like pasta water. It's going to help sort of make it cling to the pasta.
Right. Oh my gosh. So this is something that's not normally on the menu. You did it just for this challenge, right?
Just for the vegan challenge, that's true.
So tell us about the Jack's Vegan Chef Challenge.
Yeah, so it is a month-long plant-based dining event presented by Visit Jacksonville and Vegan Outreach, where restaurants are adding a brand new plant-based option to the menu for the entire month of August.
I think that is so cool. And how is UNF involved, Danielle?
UNF is actually a community sponsor, so the Office of Community Engagement and Partnerships and Dining Services are actually serving as a host site for said challenge. So that's how we get our faculty, staff, and students involved, and they can try some different vegan dishes around our campus.
And we had Dainty Cheesecake on, who's also, because how many people are involved with this?
Yeah, so we have 30 restaurants.
30 restaurants, y'all.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
I was shocked. The vegan cheesecake was delicious. I had no idea that you could even like do that, but I guess, you know, you got to get creative.
She knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. Absolutely delicious. Now, you have a little personal story about why you went vegan. You are
I've been vegan
right?
since 2018.
Okay.
I've been on a vegetarian journey for a little bit longer than that, but my mom actually had a heart attack when I was in high school.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so she's okay.
Okay,
thankfully.
Good.
So, but we did, as a family, explore the health benefits of plant-based living. So since then, we've all kind of been on our own vegan-ish journey.
Yeah. And so, like, why was this challenge created then? Kind of just to put that in people's minds too?
Maybe. So I think Vegan Outreach as a whole, they do this across the nation, but we have it in Jacksonville because there are so many amazing chefs here.
Right.
So we also, you know, there is a big demand for vegan options, and so we challenge chefs to step outside of their comfort zone because a lot of them don't have plant-based options.
Right.
And so they add it for the month, and we get to go dine and try it, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay, well, I'm going to try this dish here. So can you tell us one more time, what is the name of this dish?
Yeah, it's the chickpea bolognese. So I'm going to finish it with some fresh basil, or basil, I guess.
So good.
Yes.
And then some Parmesan substitute, which is macadamia nuts, a nutritional yeast, and then some.
Interesting. Now, does Josephine have any vegan dishes on the menu at all? I mean, I guess technically like a salad could be, you know, depending.
Yeah, we do. And,
vegan, but
you know, over half the pasta we make, the extruded pasta is already vegan.
Right.
And, you know,
okay.
A lot of our sauces can be made vegan.
Last year, their option was one of my favorites. They did a vegan Nutella brownie.
Oh my God.
It was to die for.
The flavor in that sauce is outstanding. Oh my gosh, that is so good.
It's good. Yep, it cooks for a long time, so it really develops.
That is very delicious. Thank you so much. And so this isn't even going to be on the menu all the time, right? Just for the challenge, or do you think?
Just for the challenge now.
Oh man, y'all got to go try it.
That's the fun part of this month is getting people to go out for these special items that are just there.
I'm like blown away. You might have to add this to the menu all the time, I think. I don't know. Great job. Like, was it hard to come up with this idea?
No, me and my my number 2 on CDC, Nick. It was his idea, and we sort of worked through it together.
Wow. Okay, well, tell everyone where they can get more information. And I know we're going to learn a little bit more because you have a second dish you're going to make for us too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how can we learn more information about it? Because this is only a month-long challenge, right?
Yes, it is only a month long, and we are already about 9 days in, and we're seeing a ton of people go out and dine, so it's really exciting. So if you want to get involved, you can go to veganchefchallenge.com. I think it's /Jacksonville.
Okay.
And you can see all of the restaurants that are participating. Go out, try the menu items, and don't forget to vote because we have to crown a winner.
Ooh, and we'll learn more about how you can do that in just a bit. Thank you so much. We'll be back with you in a moment. Can't wait to try the next dish, but this is outstanding.
I'm
David, over to you.
You better save me some of that bolognese. I'm gonna hit that in just a minute. All right, guys, who's still looking for their next summer binge read? Well, we're now joined by local author Brady Cook and owner of No Shelf Control Bookstore, Tally Fisher. Thank you so very much for being here, y'all.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Good to see you again, sir. Yeah. All right, so tell us about the books.
Yeah, I tend to write in psychological science fiction and like ethical horror, so a lot like having a roach in your sock on.
Good job.
It's like, surprise, here's what's going on. But yeah, that's my wheelhouse. So if you really dig like, I don't know, Pluribus or Severance or Twilight Zone, that's kind of my wheelhouse.
Cool. That sounds awesome. Okay, so tell me about this book specifically.
Yeah, so I grew up here in Jacksonville, so I felt obligated to write a Florida book. So this is my Florida book. So what's great about it is it's a bit more of a mystery. It's a bit of a treasure hunt. Small town with a lot of secrets and kind of murdery and scary and all those fun things. And it's been a lot of fun to hear from readers about this one in particular.
It sounds awesome. It's very, very cool, and I love all this little swag stuff here, which leads me to you, madam. So tell us a little bit about yourself in the bookstore.
Yeah, of course. I am a vet, Air Force vet, and a special needs mother. And so my background is special education. So I was a librarian for 10 years and I have loved books. My mom swears I was born with a book in my hand. So reading has always been my passion. And so I knew at age 11 that I was going to own a bookstore.
Wow.
Had the name. I already had No Shelf Control in my, yep, it's already there.
That's so rad.
So really it was just waiting for the opportunity to make it happen. And so we moved to Florida 5 years ago, actually, going on 5 years ago, and it was just time.
Congratulations,
so,
that's super
yeah,
cool.
I love it, it's a blast.
Okay, so where are you located?
It's in St. Augustine, it's in Palencia.
Okay,
it's
cool.
a little community, neighborhood community in Palencia, yeah.
And so let me ask you, how do you support local writers?
I actually love local authors. This one's kind of fond of this one myself. I love his genre, but I have probably over 50 local authors in my bookstore.
Nice.
I mean, I love supporting them. They support me. It's just a thing I've always liked to do. Every Saturday, just about every Saturday of the year, I try to do a local author event. Just had one this past Saturday, gonna have another one this coming Saturday. Cool. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just enjoy supporting them, and I love their unique storytelling. And he's one of my actually only ones that I've got that's local author that's a thriller. So.
Oh, right on. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The one thing I'd add, David, is that you can get my books elsewhere. You can get them in the big places, but it really goes much further if you support indie writers by supporting indie bookshops.
Absolutely.
That money stays in the community.
Yeah,
it really lifts both of us up.
It does.
Absolutely.
So really effective to do that.
Brady, let me ask you. So I've often thought about like what it takes to write a book, but where do you even begin, man? Like, how do you get into writing a whole book?
I would say of every book I've written, it always begins with just a seed of an idea. Like, oh, this thing really bothers me, or this is something that's keeping me up at night. And how do you, in my case, I love puzzles. So I'm like, how do I kind of structure the story in such a way to where it keeps people reading? Something I hear back from readers like, oh, I plan to read your book over the week and I read it in 2 days because I like cliffhangers. I like twists, like keeping it going like that. But what works for me is a little bit different than every writer. It's really an outline. Just map it out so you're not too intimidated when you're just staring in front of a blank screen.
Okay.
Because if you have a plan and you've got a strategy of how you're going to get there, it's going to work out for you. You just have to do the time. do you write linearly or do you bounce back and forth? No, I have to, once I work on my outline, which kind of does bounce around because I want to do this little twist here or have a character reveal over here, I do write very linearly because things will change over time. You'll be like, oh, I like this character a little bit less than I thought. Maybe it's time for them to go. So you get rid of them. But you it's like jazz. You kind of play on the fly and you make it work. And but yeah, linear is the way to go. For certain.
Cool. Very interesting. All right. Okay. And so Tally, let's drive it home with you. So tell us one more time. Give us the deets on the bookstore and tell us who's going to be here next Saturday.
So I've got a new and used bookstore. So I do both. Specialize in both. I'm really, really big fan, like I said, of local authors. The new one coming out is going to be Nathan King. He's writing a. It's like a young adult adventure.
I think we've had Nathan on the show,
I think so too, yeah. I was his first bookstore, which is awesome. And so he's going to do, I think one of his first signings, if not his first signing this Saturday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so y'all come out and see him. He's going to be 11 to 2, yeah.
That is so cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you.
I really do appreciate it. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
This is so neat. And Brady, great job, man. How many books is this you've written now?
This is number 5 for me.
Ooh, 5.
Dang. That's awesome. All right, cool. Well, make sure that you go out and check out his books. Jordan, what do we have coming up?
All right. Well, still to come, the ladies of Jacksonville Mom will be joining us for today's Modern Motherhood segment. Really important information. Stay tuned for that. Plus, we'll take a look at your back-to-school forecast and an upcoming look at the tropics. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for motherhood. It is so a Monday. Good grief. All right, and today we have Dominic Landry and Vernetta Stewart here to help us, to help us right here on the First Coast with those who are still looking to start a family, because I know there are quite a few people out there, and these are the folks to help. Good to see you again, ladies.
Always happy to be here.
Yeah, and you're here not cooking this time, so welcome.
Not cooking this time.
Okay, so we're talking about different pathways to building families today, if I could get the intro out. So why is this an important topic?
Yeah, so I think a lot of times this is kind of one of the, also, I think I've been on here before talking about kind of like the unspoken things and truths of motherhood. And I feel like so often people think like you want to have a baby and you can just do it. It's so easy, and it's just not that easy for all families.
No, it wasn't easy for us. It's not easy for a lot of families.
Right, and so, but then there's also kind of like a hidden like shame along with it, that for women especially, where it's like you feel like I was born on some level to like be able to create these humans, and then I can't. And so that we don't even have those conversations. And so we're just here to kind of just have the conversation and just share some fun work we're doing behind the scenes.
That's great, because you should not be stigmatized right that, right?
Absolutely.
You shouldn't be made to feel that way. That isn't helpful for anyone.
Right.
Right? Okay, so Vernetta, what inspired you to start Footprints of Angels? And what is Footprints of Angels?
So Footprints of Angels, we're a nonprofit that support women that are impacted by infertility. Okay. So it kind of came from, I started building a career, and I did not try to become a mom till later in life, right? Yeah. And like Dominique said, it seems very easy, but then when you think it's going to be quick, it wasn't that for me. Right. So I said, okay, what do I do? It has to be other women who battle with this or deal with this. And then I met someone else, very similar story to me, and so she dealt with it as well, and we started talking, and it's like, how do we help? And so that's where it came from.
I like that. So, all right, so so say folks don't really realize how expensive that the journey can be for fertility, right? It's incredible. Yes. So talk to us about some of the obstacles that people face and how you guys help with that.
So a lot of times insurance does not cover it. I know there's been a lot of legislative going on lately about how to get insurance to cover it, because then there's the insurance piece, there's medication piece, there's all these added costs, and so a lot of times people don't have that. So it's like, how can we support them with that cost, but not just the financial piece? How do we support them mentally so that they're whole? Because sometimes, even though you go through a journey, you still may not become a parent, right? So you still need a piece of how do I balance this, or how do I bounce back from this? I would say.
And then those expectations, and maybe you don't actually meet them. That is something that we don't really talk about, right? Like, not every journey is concluded with conception, right?
A baby.
Right. Yes. Okay. So who is eligible?
So everyone is eligible. We're looking for couples, single women. We don't discriminate. We put out our scholarship, and the scholarship is based on how much money we raise. Depends on how much we can give out. We also try to do it in October, because October is Pregnancy and Infant Awareness Loss Month. I always say it wrong. In October. So we try to make sure that we're able to do that in the month of October, and we will put the grant or scholarship information out, and then you can apply for it. And then we have a review, and we have doctors. I am not a doctor by any stretch of the imagination, so we have doctors and we have people that are behind the scenes in the fight for fertility, looking at it to see, who's awarded this grant. So I'm not making the decision myself.
Okay. But also, I would say it's not just for people that are struggling like with IVF. I think like it's adoption as well. Yes. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. So, right.
Because I remember I had a friend who had to like raise money and do fundraisers to help her on her adoption journey, because that ended up being so expensive as well. Right. And so it is for both, like people infertility, trying to do it that way, adoption and surrogacy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we have about 30 seconds left. So what do you hope that folks come away with this conversation today?
That they're not alone, that there's options for support, that there are people that want to help you, and again, don't do it alone. Like, we are here.
Yes, and there are other resources. There's a lot of resources. I think when I first started Footprints of Angels some years ago, it wasn't that many resources, but there are other organizations out there that support as well. So there is help and resources.
That's fantastic. Ladies, you're doing a great job. Dominic, thank you for bringing it. This is fantastic.
Yes,
I'll tell you what, it can be a daunting journey, right?
Absolutely.
But for those who walk away with a child at the end of it, it is rewarding beyond belief.
Yes.
Right? It is worth, the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yes, it is. That's correct.
The website is right there on the screen, guys. If you guys want to learn more, stick around. We'll be right back after the break.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson and David Benfield. This is First Coast Living.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for Rain or Shine, and we have meteorologist Mike Prengley here.
Yeah, we did it. Hey, an A+ for all the Duval County charter kids out there and the teachers.
Good job, everybody.
We did GMJ Big Make. Jasmine was out there. Small steps towards big dreams start today.
Yeah.
Okay, but nature's not quite making the grade. You look at this. Look, so we got the A+ start, but recess. Oh. Feeling like 100. Here it goes. We're going to drop that A+ to a C-.
Yeah.
Final Bob got detention. Because we got lightning in the area. So our big weather question, this is what's from a second grader. They're excited about riding their bike to school. It's good getting there, but getting home.
Right.
Do the tires protect you from the lightning? This is something you have to think about. We think rubber protects you from lightning.
No. I'm going to say no.
It's no, because you need that metal shell of the car, the bird cage effect. That's where the lightning travels from the tires. It grounds the car, and then it stays around that metal cage. So, yeah, inside your home, school, or in the car, your safe spot. So just a reminder, make sure parents out there for school pickup, there will be some lightning starting at 2 o'clock. In the tropics, okay, real quick, we've got all these bubbles out there. We're going to be fine.
Okay, good.
Let's just all take a breather. This is out in the open Atlantic. Still have a lot of wind shear. It's a super El Nino year, which is super good news for us. And you see this little circle here? We may see a little better circulation. This is not until next weekend out in the open Atlantic. So plenty of time to watch, nothing to lose sleep over.
Okay, great.
Big 10-day forecast. You ready? Here we go. Hopefully you like hot weather, David.
Well, that's why I live here.
Hot. That's right.
It's super summer, and I embrace it.
And we've got a summer-like week. Back to July for back to school this week.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mike. Really do appreciate it. All right, Jordan, what you got?
All right, well, we're still living in the kitchen, of course. We're talking about the Jack's Vegan Chef Challenge, and I'm here with Chef from Josephine. This is Zach. Thank you so much for being here. We've got Raquel, and we also have Danielle as well. So thank you so much for joining us with UNF.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay. He wants to try the vegan dish.
I'm just going to take this with me.
Was so amazing.
It's amazing. You guys proceed.
Okay, all right. So he's trying that really quickly. You've got another dish that Josephine is offering for this Vegan Chef Challenge, right?
Yep, so this is our dessert for the month. It's chocolate mousse. Ooh. So we get this really nice chocolate. It's called Urca chocolate. And it's from Italy originally, but a couple of years ago they opened a factory in Georgia.
Okay.
So it's not too far away.
Very nice.
And then we mix that with garbanzo bean liquid again, the aquafaba. And if you put a little bit of salt and lemon juice in that, you can whip it up like egg whites.
Oh my gosh, and that's what this is?
Nope, that's how you make the mousse. That's how you make the mousse. So
that's how you make the mousse.
And then this is just a vegan whipping cream with agave and vanilla.
Really?
And then
that is so cool.
I make Biscoff cookies at the restaurant.
Stop.
You make them yourself?
I know. I'm like, wait, what? All right, ladies. I know you're going to probably want to try a bite of this one too. I'll get you your own little spoons there.
A little bit of Maldon sea salt to finish it off.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And again, this is only available during the Jack's Vegan Chef Challenge, right? For this month. For now. I know he's like, if people
Good answer.
Well, you probably want to wait to take a bite. You want to answer your questions first real quick?
That's a good idea. I don't need chocolate all
Well, I take a bite. So we were telling everyone that they can vote on their favorite restaurants. There's like 30 restaurants participating, all local. Tell them how it works.
Yes, so when you go to any of these restaurants, we actually have a promotion where you can get 10% off at all of the participating restaurants on this card. And so you go in, you give this card, and then you try the menu item. And if you like it, there's gonna be a QR code that you can scan and vote on your favorite. And that is gonna determine who wins the Vegan Chef Challenge.
Very cool. And then UNF is involved with the announcement too, right, of the winner?
Yes, so we are actually hosting the award ceremony with our Vegan Chef Challenge partners on Monday, September 14th from noon to 2 p.m. in our Osprey Plaza.
Okay, and do people need to buy tickets to this to attend, or kind of like do a head count, register?
They can register on the Eventbrite page.
Yeah. Okay, so do it that way, and then that'll take care of everything.
Yeah, it's free. There will be free food. We just would like a head count. So when you register, it'll give you a food voucher, and then you can come. It'll kind of be like a food truck style event with some fun games. We'll hand out some free resources, and you can meet the team and hang out on campus.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And our DJ, Jimmy Hustle, will be on board.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Music.
Yeah, good entertainment and some delicious food. All right, I know you're dying to try this.
I am.
So why don't y'all try it? It is absolutely amazing, chefs. All right, so tell me a little bit about Josephine for folks who maybe have not been before.
Well, we make everything in-house that I can, as much as possible. So we make fresh bread, a fresh pasta every day. We do cocktail classes every other week. We also do pasta classes.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
They're really, really popular, so you sort of have to book them up quick.
Okay, and we do have both of the websites. We have the Josephine website and the Vegan Chef Challenge information website on there. So if they wanted to book one of those, do they go online to do that or they call?
Yeah, they can do it online.
Okay, perfect. And then if you were to describe the menu at Josephine, I know you said you do most all by hand, that kind of thing, but how would you describe the menu overall for the folks who've not been?
I'd say it's sort of a modern European, American sort of thing. Especially I'm from London, so I brought a bit of influence.
That's very cool. Yeah, everything I've had there has been absolutely outstanding, and now that you're adding some of these vegan dishes for the month, and he said maybe beyond, you know, because I think people are going to really like. What y'all think?
Oh, it's
Isn't that
delicious.
so good?
Amazing, so rich.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. Great job.
Welcome back, everybody. The Happy Acres Ranch is very near and dear to my heart. I used to go there when I was little, and with the new ownership, they're inviting the community back to create some new memories. Check it out. Hey guys, we're at a very special location. This place is so very near and dear to my heart. We're at Happy Acres Ranch right here on the south side. I've got Jared with me. We have both been here when we were kids, so this is like bringing it all circle back. Jared, thank you so very much for having me here. I can't express how special this place is to me, really for the both of us. So explain to folks like what your involvement is here at Happy Acres.
My great aunt started Happy Acres in 1953. She had a vision where children could come and play and learn way before anything else. And she had this vision on this property that was undeveloped. It was a hunting lodge. And so she came and they said it was very impossible for her to create that, a very hard task, but she did. And as a widow, she created her vision. And she was a daycare, childcare, and summer camp. And over time, she expanded. So we had the lake, then we built the pool, then we built the gymnasium, and we've always had horses. But how many other places can you go, drive 10 minutes, and ride a horse?
Yeah, right in the middle of town.
Not many.
Yeah,
it's
so incredible.
We are just we're in the community, our roots are through the community, and you and I are on same soil that you and I played on.
That's right.
And you know those monkey bars up
do.
there. And those are the same monkey bars that you played on.
That's right.
That I played on, and that my daughter played on.
That is incredible.
I started a nonprofit with friends of mine, and we did this in order to keep this legacy going. We want to develop a nonprofit, and we want to expand the nonprofit so we can help children with special needs.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of resources to do that. And we want to have the nonprofit to be able to bring in those resources and help these children.
Very cool.
We want to help every child we can.
All right, so let's run through some of the things that we have here. So we have, it's like a learning center, right? But,
yes.
But you guys also do events and stuff too. So tell me about some of these events that we're going to be talking
about. We have events. So we have corporate companies that come out here for their annual parties.
Nice.
We also have birthday parties. And then we can add on pony rides. And then we have a petting zoo.
That's awesome.
And so whatever you want to come out for, we can host it.
All right, so let's go jump on some horses, right? And let's go show everybody what all is here. Because guys, you can do corporate events here, you can do your birthdays here, you can do weddings here, but there is also summer camps, right? There's also daycare and things like that, so we want to get the kids in here as well. So you can do just like I did. You know, you can get picked up from after school as well. So hey,
let me introduce my daughter.
Oh, come on, come here.
Lauren.
Let's put you on TV.
This is Lauren, my daughter.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Lauren. Look at that shirt.
She has been here since she was 8 months old. She works here now as a counselor. My aunt, in 1953, wanted Happy Acres to be a place to play, learn, discover, and grow. That's what children do while they're here.
All right, and let's give them a little example. So let's go ride some horses. Look, I implore you guys to come out here, check out Happy Acres. If you have events that you want to do as well, make sure that you check them out. But for right now, let's go have some fun. What do you think?
Okay.
Yes. Let's go. Good job, good job, good job. But one of the cool things about here is, like, guys, you need to make sure that you check in with Happy Acres throughout the year because they have a lot of holiday stuff going on. So they have pumpkin patches, they've got stuff for Christmas. So make sure that you go online and check out everything they have because remember, this is a nonprofit and we need your help to make sure that this is here for generations to come. So if you want to see this segment or others like it, make sure that you head to First Coast News Plus. I'm gonna go ride this horse for a little while once he gets done eating.
I'm so excited, David, because we're going on an airboat ride.
That's right. I have never done this before.
I've never done this either, and I'm an Anna Floridian. This is crazy.
This is going to be amazing. All right.
Sea Serpent Tours.
Sea Serpent Tours.
In
We're ready
St.
to go.
Augustine.
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
What's going on? Captain Mike on the Sea Serpent Tours. How are you?
Oh, hey! It's a family affair. We've got dad and daughter captains. I love it.
This is great. Okay, so first things first, tell us a little bit about your company.
Okay, well, we're Sea Serpent Tours, and we kind of pride ourselves on bringing people out to the backwaters of Northeast Florida.
Yeah.
We're going to take you guys on an amazing tour of places that you're not going to be able to get to in just regular boats.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited. How long have you been in business?
We started our business in 2016. We're a family-run business. I'm Captain Mike, and this is obviously Captain Becca. And yeah, we've got my nephew, my best friend. We're just totally family-run.
I love that.
Owned
That's
and
very
operated.
cool. Okay, so tell everybody, what is an airboat?
An airboat is obviously a flat-bottom boat, but what it's notorious for is having this big fan on the back. Yeah, it makes a bunch of noise, allows you to go into some of the most skinny, shallow water that you can get up into, and they actually can go over dry land.
What? That's neat.
Yeah,
Are we doing that today?
Well, we might be.
We're going to definitely be going in some shallows.
Okay, some shallows.
So what are we in store for today? What are we going to see? What are we going to do?
Well, We hope to see a lot of the cool wildlife that we get in this area, things like gators, snakes, turtles. We'll do our very best to show you what we can, but outside of all that, you're going to see just the beautiful backwaters of this area. The old Florida, what people come to Florida and they think the Spanish moss and the cypress trees. So we're going to take you in some really cool places.
Now, how long are your tours?
They range from an hour and 15 minutes up until an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Our standard airboat tour is an hour and 15 to an hour and a half.
Okay.
Then we offer a private airboat adventure, and that's going to be an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
That could be a fun date, not a unique date night.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's ride.
Let's do it.
Let's have some fun. All right.
You see it? Oh yeah, look, there's a gator back behind the log. Take a look.
Yeah.
That gator right there is about 3 to 4 feet. See how black and shiny her back is?
Yes.
Female gator.
Really?
But the distance in inches from the tip of the nose to the eyes, that in inches will tell you how many feet that gator is. Uh-oh, we got a wild man. David, enjoy your night, buddy. It's most comfortable right here.
Yeah, I'll probably just kind of hang out here, guys, while you go. Do what you got to do. Sit back right there.
Ooh, snake. I'm kidding.
The snowy egret. We've got the big great American white egrets, and then we've got the snowy egret. The snowy egrets, you'll notice they have a gray bill on them. They're a little bit smaller than the great American white egrets. The white egrets have more of an orange bill, much larger.
Wait, where are you going? Don't leave us!
We've got to take it.
Okay, I don't remember this being part of the tour.
It's not a part of the pamphlet.
Well, what do we do now, David? How do we get out of here? Ah.
Welcome back, everybody. National Bargain Hunting Week is August 10th through the 16th, and Ollie's is the official destination to celebrate. Lifestyle expert Lee Suss is there with some incredible finds. Let's check it out.
I'm here at Ollie's, the official destination of National Bargain Hunting Week, and the place to be to find incredible deals. Ollie's is America's fastest growing retailer of brand name closeout merchandise and excess inventory, with more than 690 stores across 36 states and more to come. And with up to 70% off the fancy store prices every day, it's easy to see why shoppers love coming here. If you've never been to an Ollie's, you're going to be blown away. This place is massive, and every visit is a treasure hunt. You never know what you're gonna find because the inventory is ever changing. Today, I'm sharing some of my favorite bargains I found at Ollie's, starting with back to school. It's coming up soon, and Ollie's has all kinds of back to school essentials, from notebooks, colored pencils, and pens. You can get brand name backpacks for a fraction of what they cost at the fancy stores, and lunch boxes for just $6.99. Moving on to the Ollie's Bargain Book section, where you can find everything from inspirational books to popular fiction authors like Ellen Hildebrand and Ann Patchett, with hardcovers starting at $4.99 versus $30 at the fancy stores. There are rows and rows of kids' books for as low as $2.99 versus their price of $12.99. Ollie's is also a great place to go if you've got kids going off to college, from area rugs, organizational items, laundry baskets, door hooks, and so much more. Check out this 40-inch oscillating bladeless tower fan. It's only $69.99 compared to $99.99 at the fancy stores. And onto the pantry, Ollie's even has brand name food and drink. This Poppy variety pack is only $5.99 compared to $14.99 at the fancy stores. And Hint water is $7.99 compared to $13.50. And of course, we need some coffee. These 75-count Coffee House K-Cup pods are $19.99 compared to $29.99 at the fancy store. And there are tons of snacks to choose from, like Brownie Brittle and Dots pretzels, all priced down from the fancy stores. From the kitchen to the playroom, Ollie's has toys galore. You can find all the latest trendy toys, like these Ty squishy beanies at a closeout pricing of $4.99. There's sporting goods like soccer balls for $9.99 versus $14.99 at the fancy stores. And you can get Melissa & Doug toys for $19.99 compared to $39.99 at the fancy stores. My biggest tip is to shop early and shop often, since Ollie's sells closeout merchandise and excess inventory. When it's gone, it's gone. National Bargain Hunting Week runs August 10th through the 16th. In addition to these great deals, Ollie's is running a daily deal reveal just in honor of National Bargain Hunting Week. Make sure to check back each day so you don't miss a great deal. Visit ollies.com to find a store near you. Happy bargain hunting!
All right, be sure to head into Ollie's this week before those big bargains are gone. And don't forget to check your local store daily for door busters and even more amazing deals. All right, Jordan, what you got?
As college students prepare to head back to campus, today's essentials go far beyond notebooks and bedding. From smarter tech to self-care must-haves and dorm room basics, there are plenty of items that can help make the transition a lot easier. Here to help is lifestyle expert, digital creator, and Emmy Award-winning journalist Michelle Park. Thank you so much for joining us. And so tell us, what trends are we seeing with college kids these days?
Well, thank you so much for having me. And as someone who covers consumer trends, I'm seeing a real shift in what college students are prioritizing this year. Today's students are looking way beyond the traditional college checklist. They're focused on tech that works smarter, wellness that fits into their routine, and also they want to create a space that supports both productivity and self-care.
All right, well then where do we start?
Well, I want to start with self-care. Everybody loves beauty. Ipsy is the leading curated beauty membership, delivering some of the most viral and coveted beauty and skincare products right to your door each month. Every delivery is personalized to individual beauty preferences, making it easy to discover new favorites and everyday essentials. And I think this is a great gift for anyone heading off to college. You can choose from 3, 6, or 12-month gift subscriptions starting at just $52. So visit ipsy.com/gift to check it out.
That is so cool. Yeah, I absolutely love Ipsy. I think that's such a cool product, cool company. When it comes to the latest tech, though, what are students using?
Well, a great laptop is a must-have for college students, and I really like the Dell XPS 13 because it offers premium features at a more affordable price. It's the thinnest and lightest XPS ever made at just 2.2 pounds, plus with up to 17 hours of battery life powered by the latest Intel Core Series 3 processors, it can easily keep up with a full day of classes and studying. And I also love the touchscreen display and backlit keyboard, which makes it easy to work anywhere, even in a dimly lit dorm room. For a limited time, students ages 16 and up can get one starting at $599. I think that is a great value.
Heck yeah, that's a great deal. All right, what about dorm life? Something to make that a little better.
All right, so I'm going to say this might not be one that everybody thinks of, but you'll be glad it's on your list. So the Zevo Compact Flying Insect Trap. It's designed for smaller spaces and uses blue and UV light to lure, trap, and kill 99.9% of trapped bugs. It provides 24/7 continuous protection, so students don't have to worry about unwanted bugs. Instead, they can focus on studying, relaxing, and of course, enjoying dorm life. You can find the Zevo Compact Trap at major retailers nationwide, and honestly, I wish some of my guy friends had this back in college.
That's hilarious. You know what? I actually want that for my house, but yeah, definitely dorm life. And then do you have a suggestion for dealing with stress? Because I know that can be very prevalent this time of year for the students.
Well, yeah, college life is busy, right? So between classes, campus activities, and packed schedules, having an antiperspirant you can count on is a must. Secret Clinical Antiperspirant provides 100-hour protection against 3 types of sweat: stress, heat, and activity, helping students stay confident no matter what the day brings. Whether it's tailgating for the big game or giving a class presentation, Secret helps students stay fresh when it matters the most. And you can find it at retailers nationwide at a great price. It's just under $14.
And I use that product as well. So I think, yeah, you've got great ideas for us here. But yeah, I need to get the Zevo. That's one thing. And maybe a lighter laptop. That does sound nice.
We'll send you this one.
Right, yeah. Where can we go for more information on everything?
For more information, you can head to tipsontv.com.
Wonderful. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. Happy school year to everybody and everyone at home. If you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus. All right.
How good was the dessert and the pasta?
The mousse, yeah. But the pasta, I actually think I liked that better.
The pasta
The
was
vegan
really
pasta dish. He said a vegan bolognese. So they used chickpeas instead of like meat or whatever.
Yeah, it was
but
really
like
good.
the sauce had been simmering for hours, he said. You could tell the flavor was there. It was so delicious.